R&B singer Neo got 3 wives. Like and share this episode. Oh yeah, R&B singer Neo. He got 3 wives. Player. I ain't mad at him. Look, there's nothing wrong with this, by the way. You know, people be acting like it's a lot of different responses. There's nothing wrong with this. You know, some people have, I guess, mixed feelings. They say, these bitches ain't all that. Look, it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? What one man thinks about a woman, the next man don't. So look, it's subjective. I don't think anything wrong with these women. They look good. They look good to him. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with having more than one woman. As if you can manage to have 3 women or more, cool. Nothing wrong with that. Now, what I think a lot of times, a lot of guys go through phases where they want more than one woman. It usually happens in the 30s for most of us. And it usually starts to dwindle down around like late 40s or 50s. You know, and then we'd be like, I just want to be with one woman now. A lot of guys go through stages like that. You know, now, do most guys come out and say it and display it like Neo's doing? No, but it's there. There's a lot of guys that go through stages like that, where they want a wife, they want one wife, or they want one girl on the side, or they might want one wife, and they might have another girl that the wife know about. They know about each other. You know, you might have a third, or 4th, or 5th. There's some guys that go through stages like that. It's not a lot of guys, but there's enough, I would say. At least enough that I know about anyway. There's nothing wrong with that. The good news is you can have any type of relationship you want. You know, as long as you're responsible, you're a man, or at least trying to be a man anyway. Nothing wrong with that. Don't let people try to shame you, make you feel like there's something wrong with you just because you like more than one woman or you want more than one woman. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, then you got some guys that said, man, strippers. Hey, it doesn't matter. Whether they strippers or not, or used to be strippers, it doesn't matter. What matters is what he thinks about them, how he sees them, what he gets out of being around them. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Look, every man and every woman has to live their own life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You know? I mean, it's like when I'm out here meeting people, meeting women, I don't care. I'm not thinking about how my friends are gonna see her. I care about what I think about her. Period. I could give less than 2 shits what anybody else thinks about any woman that I'm dating. I don't give a damn. Only thing that matters is what I think about her. That's it. You know, whether she's a stripper or a church girl or a doctor or a lawyer or a girl that works at Walmart. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Well, only thing that matters is what I think. I have my own standards. You know, I date the girls that I want to date. Now, would I date a stripper? No. I have my own standards. Every guy has their own standards. Just like you have your own standards. And that's fantastic. That's the best part about living in the United States of America. We have free choice. And what we do with that free choice is really up to us. And as long as the people that we're involved with, they have free choice too, y'all have an agreement, we all are responsible. Now, some of us are probably more responsible than others at times. Great. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And just live your life. Because, you know, we don't get no do-overs in this universe, on this planet. So live your life to the fullest. And when it's all said and done, you can look back and you can cherish the memories with the people that matter in your life. That's it. That's all we got. You know what I'm saying? So whatever type of relationship you want, there's some woman or some man that they'll be down with it. Not necessarily because of the titles of the relationship. They'll be down with it because of you. So keep that in mind. It's you it's you more than having 3 wives. It's you more than being a swinging couple. Don't get caught up in the titles. You know, it's you. See, you being in a relationship with and who you are means much more than the title itself. That's the thing that I learned a long time ago. Because see, if you ask somebody a random question, say, hey, would you ever have a threesome? They're going to say no in most cases, right? But if you say, hey, would you have a threesome with this guy? They probably would think about it. They probably wouldn't say no because they see that person as a person of, you know, maybe high status, very attractive or whatever. And there's some women that see you just like that too. If they're very attracted to you, they're probably willing to do almost anything, or at least try to anyway. You know what I'm saying? You just got to find the people or the women that are down with you that way and see you that way. That's all you got to do. You know, it just takes some time and you get to know people and figure out if y'all have chemistry or not. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is a lot of us, and everybody's guilty for this, even me. A lot of us, when we're younger, we're hanging around people that really ain't feeling us like that. That's why a lot of guys have so many problems. Because they hanging around women that ain't really fucking with them like that. That's why a lot of women running scams and taking advantage of them and disrespecting them. Because these women ain't really fucking with them like that. And they still hanging around them and getting taken advantage of. You was around a woman that's really fucking with you, you wouldn't have no bad experience. But they go through this cycle of failure and they think it's going to get better. It's not going to get better until you get the fuck away from that woman or that man. Until you get around somebody that really cares you, likes you, respects you, and values you. Then you have the experience that you actually want for a change. But at the end of the day, it's your life. You know, how you see yourself and your confidence and self-image is everything. And like I always say, nobody loves me as much as me. And I'm going to end on that note. So like and share this episode. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.